Hello everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have another Christmas card for you. I hope you guys can tell I'm trying to get everybody ready for the holidays, and you have plenty of time still to create your own Christmas cards, which will mean so much to your receivers. So today I am using the Christmas set called Christmas Pines. This can be found in our annual catalog. And we are creating this, so you can see I've done some embossing with the copper. I've done dry embossing, as well as used some copper foil. So this card is stunning. And then I've stamped it as well on the inside to kind of complete that. So let's go ahead and show you how I created this. So our card base is crumb cake. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of chocolate chip. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a scrap piece of garden green and another scrap piece of the crumb cake. We are also going to use some of the copper foil on our project. So let's go ahead and grab the Big Shot and we will start with our embossing. Okay. So for the embossing, we are using this large embossing folder. This is the Cable Knit dynamic embossing folder. So this is much thicker than your standard embossing folders, and this is a 6 by 6. So it is big. So it takes a different sandwich in the Big Shot. So let me go ahead and grab my Big Shot. You will want to use your Big Shot platform that comes with your Big Shot. You just need to put your paper into your folder. So we are going to be using this in our card vertically. So I'm going to lay it in there like that. And then you just need one cutting plate to run this through. That is your sandwich for the dynamic folders. We have a few of those in the annual catalog. This is one of my favorites for the season. And you can see that this gives you a much deeper emboss with that dynamic folder. It's a lot deeper than what you're used to. It's gorgeous. Okay, so let me switch my platform now again. We're going to switch to the magnetic platform. And we are going to cut one of our circles while I have this out. So I have a piece of crumb cake. I am using one of the layering circles. I'll grab my other plate and we will run this through. Whoops. Okay. And then we are going to cut another circle in the very vanilla. And this is with the large stitched circle from our Stitch Shapes Framelits. Hopefully that scrap was big enough. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, looks like we did okay. Let me pop this out. The stitched one is a little bit tighter, but there is our beautiful circle. Okay, so let me double check. We do need to use the Big Shot one more time. This time I'm going to put the precision base plate on top of the magnetic platform. And I'm doing that to use for little pine cones. So let me grab my piece of copper foil, and I just need to find my die here. There's a few options of pine cones in the Pretty Pines Thinlits, so I'm using one of those. We're going to cut 2. So I have my magnetic platform, precision base plate, piece of copper foil, I have my die, and I'm going to run this through a couple times because this one is detailed. Okay, so you can see how that is. I'm going to use my little paper piercer to kind of help me with the foil, hoping I don't pop a hole through it. There we go. I just need to lift up one edge, and then I'm going to show you how this looks. So you can see there's little cuts here in your pine cone. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to cut another one of those. Put that back down. Again, I'm going to run it through twice. The precision base plate is meant for those intricate dies and something like this, so I love it. Alright, now we are going to take our piece of garden green and we're going to cut some of these boughs here, these branches. So I'm going to lay those on there. And we'll run that through. We're going to cut 4 of those. The larger size and the smaller size. So you can see this one just pops out beautifully. Needs a little help. There's the larger size. And then here is the smaller one. There's the smaller one. Okay. Let me go ahead and cut 2 more. Love using my scraps. They come in perfect for the dies. Okay, let's roll that through. Alright, we're actually done with the big shot, so I'm going to get this out of our way. I'm going to take all my pieces here, and now we are going to do our embossing. So I am going to start with a scrap piece of grid paper. You can find the grid paper in the catalog as well. I have our stitched circle that we cut. I'm going to take my Embossing Buddy and just rub that over. This gets rid of any static, so when we put the powder, it will only adhere to what we want it to. I have copper embossing powder. I have my Versamark, that's well loved. And I have the Tidings of Comfort and Joy from this stamp set. Okay, now we are going to stamp that right there. Give that a nice rub. Okay. And then I'm going to take my copper powder and I'm just going to pour that right over my sentiment. Okay, gorgeous. Alright, so let me set that aside. We're going to pick up our paper now. That caught all of our powder. And I'm going to put that right back. Alright, now I have my heat tool here. I'm going to grab my tweezers actually. Because I already die cut this, I don't want to burn myself. So I'm going to use my tweezers to hold that. I'm going to turn my heat tool on high, which is the second setting, and we are going to emboss. I love that. I love the shine that you get from embossing. Okay, I'm going to leave that aside for a moment, let that cool. And we will go ahead and start our layer. So, with this embossed piece, you definitely want to add adhesive to all 4 corners. I love my Fast Fuse here because it is much stronger than snail. So I'm going to rub this down all sides. And I'm even going to put some down the center. Because this is such a deep emboss, I want to be sure that it holds nicely. We are going to line that up on our crumb cake. Give that a nice press. Okay. Now we can go ahead and flip over our embossed piece. We can adhere that to our crumb cake circle. Got a few hairs here on the edge of my die. Let me get those off. Okay. I'm going to add some more Fast Fuse to the back of this. Alright, and then we are going to kind of center that. Give that a nice press. Alright, so with our branches, we're kind of just going to layer things up here. You know, there's not really any perfect way to do it. I think I'm actually going to use glue dots for me because I want the rest of the piece to be loose. So I'm going to take a glue dot, put that straight to my branch, and we're going to set that right there. Same thing here. There's something with elements like this that I like to have loose. You know, it just makes the card feel a little bit different, in my opinion. Alright, so we'll add another one there, and we'll just keep layering these on top of each other. Okay. Alright, now with our copper pine cones, I'm going to just add some fast fuse directly to those. And we're just going to kind of lay those over. I want to be sure I can see the J in joy. So I'm just going to layer those on just like that. And see, these are still loose, and your card has lots of dimension with that embossing and those pieces. So I'm going to hold that. We're going to give this a nice score. Edge here. Alright, then on the inside, we're going to go ahead and bring in our chocolate chip ink pad, and we are going to stamp May Your Christmas Sparkle with Joy and Happiness. And we are just going to do that in the center of our card, right there. A nice little rub. Perfect. And that completes our card. Isn't that cute? I hope you guys can see. I know it's hard with the camera, but it is gorgeous in person, and I know the receiver will absolutely love it. So again, I thank you guys so much for watching. To order today's supplies, head on over to the description of the video, and I hope you guys have been inspired to create some of your own Christmas cards, since I've been on such a roll with Christmas cards, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.